Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Riverside Stadium. Apologies. Yes, we are a little bit late. No, we did not get lost. There's a few tech issues.
It's a long way down. It's a long way up, and it's a long way down.
It's a long way up. It's a long way down. There's some tech issues, but it doesn't matter anyway because it is an unchanged Norwich City starting 11. I'll bring you the team. Gunn in goal. Stacey, Hanley, Gibson, and Yanulis at the back. 4. Sarah and McLean the midfield. 2. Fashnacht and Sainz on either flank, with Ashley Barnes in support of Josh Sargent. The subs bench: George Long, Callum Fisher, Danny Bart, Sam McCallum, Jakob Sørensen, Liam Gibbs. Marcelino Nunez makes his return from a hip injury. That means Kent Abo drops out. Finley Welsh does keep his place on the bench. Sydney Van Hooijdonk as well. So the only changes in terms of the Norwich City 11 are on the bench. Kent Abo drops out. In comes Marcelino Nunez into that 11. The big news, and I'll read you the Borough team in a little bit more detail in just a minute or two, but the big news is Johnny Howson starts for them. He has been out with an injury since their defeat to Preston last month. He starts, he captains Middlesbrough this evening. Paddy Davitt, hello. Thoughts, unchanged team, probably given all of the injury news and everything that we've come to expect, and given the performance and result on Saturday, no great surprise that David Wagner's gone for an unchanged team. I believe that's the first time since after they were beaten by Rotherham that Norwich City have named an unchanged team in the Championship.
Which underlines how long ago it was, who they play obviously this weekend. The positive is Nunez, that he can actually make the bench, so you would think that would then firmly put him in contention to start against Rotherham and carry on where he left off. So that for me is a positive. Ken Abo dropping out, obviously, for those watchers who want to see that man on the pitch, they'll have to wait a little bit longer. Finley Welsh retains his place on the bench, but but barring any untoward sort of Kenny McLean negative reaction to that back issue that David wrapped out from Saturday, then it was probably going to be same again because, albeit it was in the end it was a bit of Josh Sargent predatory finishing. I felt that was a game that Norwich, as a collective, that 11 exerted enough control to feel that the performance was there to match the result in the end, and why wouldn't you want to go again for what is an absolutely massive game now in the context of the top 6 of the season, and Hull only getting a point last night. Are you going to throw in your theory of how many points ahead Norwich could be, or is that tempting fate of the Tigers?
I've got to now.
Why not?
I've got.
It's the levels of positivity to pick.
So no one can accuse us of being otherwise. But I mean, let's map it out here. Norwich City get a win here tonight. Everyone will know the pure mathematics of that. They will know that if Norwich City win here tonight, they are in the top 6, which is incredibly positive, undoubtedly. Now a little bit of wishing has to go on. Hull are playing Leicester on Saturday. Norwich, of course, are home to Rotherham. You can make no assumptions on either of those results, but let's say that maybe they go in the way that maybe people would expect them to go. Norwich City beat Rotherham and Hull lose to Leicester. Then suddenly you've got a 5-point cushion. And then on the final weekend before the international break, Norwich City travel to Stoke. Hull don't have a game. Norwich could. And I'll rephrase the could before anyone clips this out and embarrasses me in a couple of weeks' time. But there is a roadmap that has Norwich City 8 points clear of Hull heading into the international break. Of course, that would require them to win all their games. Yeah. It's easier said than done, but there is that possibility.
And it starts tonight. Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny, following on from that discussion, asked David Wagner on, it would have been Monday afternoon. Internally, is there a brains trust working out potential points and what it might need? And he was pretty candid and said, his coaches have sort of mapped it out that the historical average is around 74, so they are well aware of that as a coaching staff, and you can be sure the players will need what they need to know. They'll be fully aware of that, and from here, it's doable, more than doable. What is it? Is this 11 games left tonight? Is it? I think it is. So plenty of points for them to hit that target from where they are currently, and I think the first comment was, let's hope it isn't a repeat of this fixture last season, which was pretty low as it could get under David Wagner at Norwich. Really 4-1 down at half time and stemmed the bleeding to a degree, but that was probably Middlesbrough taking a foot off the pedal. And the two respective teams that night looked so far apart in terms of the heights of what they could achieve. And you fast forward now, not even 12 months, and Norwich, okay, they've had, as we know, their ups and downs this season, and hunt for consistency has proven a little bit elusive. But in the here and now, they look a far more ambitious outfit in terms of what they can achieve for the rest of this season, whereas Middlesbrough, I really don't know what's going on there, other than, you look at it and they've lost injuries. But they've lost Akpom, they've lost, dare I say it, Ramsey and Archer, who were their three-pronged, goal force last season. Take them out of this side, and they look like a team heading backwards at the minute. But that's no guarantee that it goes the way it should go tonight from a Norwich perspective. But you have to surely, as a Norwich player coming here tonight, you've got to be not arrogantly confident, but feeling that you can come here against this Middlesbrough team, the season they're having, and impose yourselves on, carry on where you left off against Sunderland at the weekend, and we're heading back to Norfolk with hopefully 3 points, and that's then the start of that roadmap to being 8 points clear of the Tigers. So yeah, let's hope that is the case, mate. If it is, we'll play this clip in 2 weeks' time, and we can show how prescient we are at these predictions for a change.
Yeah, or if not, then forget I said anything. Let's bring you that Borough 11. They've got Dieng in goal, Vanderberg, Clark, McGree, Latte Lath, who's a pacey forward. Luke Ayling, Johnny Howson returns, as we said at the top of the show, from injury. Paddy McNair, Marcus Force, Engel and Lewis O'Brien make up their 11. Still a lot of very good players in there for the level. The subs bench: Glover, Barlaser, Jones, Gilbert, Dick Steele, Silvera, Azaz, Greenwood and Thomas. That's still, I would say, a pretty good championship squad, actually, and of course coached by Michael Carrick, who did get Middlesbrough into the playoffs last year. So this feels like quite a good benchmark for Norwich City, really. As we said, Paddy Marcelino Nunez coming onto the bench, the only change in terms of the squad.
Now, of course, we're actually recording live. Do you want to come on? No. Do you want to come on? Honestly, come on. Set this up.
No, we've got some guests here. I'm guessing you guys are Norwich fans, yeah?
I'm a Norwich fan. I'm trying to get this little boy to be a Norwich fan.
Yeah, there we go. So we need to convert you, right?
Yeah. One question: is Nunes playing tonight?
He's on the bench.
That's all right.
Yeah.
How do you see it going, guys, tonight?
Our away form's not that good, is it? I still think we'll edge it 2-1. I think Sargent's going to score.
Yep.
And who else do you think will score?
Sarah.
Maybe Butcher Signs. Think we'll get one? I think we'll win it 2-1. We've got the momentum going now, so I think we'll win it.
Yeah, you the same?
Yeah, maybe like Sarah and Josh Sargent maybe score.
Yeah. Can I swear for Norwich connection then?
Mother's from Norwich, from Thetford. No, Dereham actually, from Dereham.
Lovely.
I was born down there. Father was in the army, so I moved around, but I don't like going with the norm, so I started to support Norwich. Son of Man U, Liverpool, all that.
Good man.
Support Norwich.
Yeah.
Been a supporter. I remember the glory days. Jeremy Goss, Chris Sutton finished third in the Premier League.
That's right, yeah.
And then we went and sold all the best players.
Yeah.
What's that about,
It's the way of the world, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I recognise you guys from back there. Jesus, I watch you on YouTube all the time.
Good man.
But well, I'll go and join my missus. Nice talking to you, like.
Yeah.
And yes, can I get a quick picture? My little man.
Can we just finish this and then we'll... Yeah, top man. Yeah. We
100%. That is not a fix. We haven't set that up for.
Yeah, 100%. That's that was genuine. But what lovely guys, and brilliant to see some Norwich support in the home end. And as I look across, I can see a few yellow shirts in the away, and it's a hell of a trip up here, particularly in midweek. So hats off to all of those guys, and we'll make sure we give those guys the £10 that they're owed for their planted appearance, paid actors. Paddy,
I thought we were going to eject him when we came along the line.
Yeah, so did I.
It was like you two clowns in again.
Wouldn't be remiss for this place, to be honest. How do you? Yeah. Exactly. How much you paid it? Yeah, very good. Away form. It's clearly been as the gentleman there mentioned. It's clearly been an issue for Norwich City. It's one win and 7 on the road. It's actually they're 18th in the away form table. Middlesbrough 18th in the home table. Right. If Blackburn and QPR were missed opportunities, we've mapped out obviously the results went for them last night in terms of Birmingham getting a point against Hull. They need to end that here today, don't they? David Wagner has said they need a few more wins on the road. This would be a fantastic opportunity to do it.
I mean, he did say that, didn't he? Was it post Blackburn? Yeah. That frustration that they performed in many respects at Blackburn as they did at QPR to a level, but the result didn't match in terms of picking up wins from winning positions, and that isn't going to get the job done. The home form now is nothing short of revelatory, really, given where we've been at Carrow Road in the last 2 or 3 seasons for a large portion of the previous 2. Now it's they turn up, they win. That's the feeling. But that skewered compiling points at home on the run-in, I don't think it will quite get them there. So you're looking at the away games, and I just feel tonight against the team who are clearly not in the best of form and struggling, I think realistically any chance that they've got of getting in the top 6 is gone now. And
do you think even if they win here tonight,
44 points?
I think they need to win here tonight. I wouldn't. Yeah. I think if they get beat here tonight, I think it's done. But I think if they can win here tonight, there's a route. It's a very outside route, but there is a route.
There is, but Mick Dodds was talking about it after the game at the weekend. I think correct me if I'm wrong, I think they've got 3 more points and they got beat again last night. So I think there's too much ground to make up now if you're in that mid 40 point bracket, unless they go on an unbelievable run starting tonight. But we remarked on it. I mean, you watched a bit in Carrick's pre-match tonight, and I watched his post-match. They lost at Stoke at the weekend.
We do research.
Well, occasionally, but I was bored, and it's just his demeanour and his body language. It was very edgy, a lot of his answers. Yeah, and that to me, from a casual observer looking at it from a distance, it doesn't feel like this is a manager and a head coach and a group of players who are where they were when Norwich came there last season. So you've got to be ruthless if you're Wagner and Norwich tonight, and almost play on that, and obviously this crowd, you would imagine, if it doesn't start very well, and if Norwich can get their noses in front, who knows? Maybe that frustration will transmit itself to the terraces as well. So everything is here for them tonight, as it was, to be fair, against QPR and Blackburn. They didn't quite deliver what they needed to. You would think there'd be an extra determination in this group to put that right tonight. And of course, then if you start to pick up wins away from home, and you're working on a basis where you're almost impregnable at Carrow Road, as the Norwich keepers make their way onto the pitch, you've got to feel that'll be enough to get the deal done and get yourself in the top 6. So, yeah, it feels like a big one tonight, not just in the context of the top 6, but for me at the minute, the question now is, can Norwich go away from Carrow Road and produce what they're doing in terms of results? The jury's out at the minute, so let's see some evidence in the positive column tonight.
Yeah, I'm wrapped into that. We need to see some evidence they're capable of taking that step. We've seen they've done so much good work to get themselves back into the top 6 mix. Can they now take that next steps and get themselves into it? That is really the next question. Which I guess begs the question, Paddy, as the trumpets start playing. I've had everything tonight in this broadcast.
A bit of Beatles earlier on.
Yeah, exactly. How do you see this going? Are Norwich City going to get across the line tonight?
Paul's asking, what is our record on game prediction?
He can't be a regular viewer.
No, yeah. You wouldn't get rich back in our predictions. Well, I've kind of taught myself into it now. I mean, you just think the magnitude of it now. This group, the focus, the laser-like focus on that top 6. They've had the boost of Hull, whatever David says about we're tunnel vision and I don't care what they're doing. You're not telling me when they saw Birmingham equalise last night, that didn't give them an extra, come on, if we can do what we need to do tonight. And the main man, Sargent, you've got to think he'll get a few opportunities in the form he's in.
Goal scoring rate than Haaland at the moment.
Apparently so, yeah. So
he scored that chance in the derby.
Oh, that was a bad one. That was a bad one, wasn't it? But he's allowed 1 or 2 and everything. But prediction for me, Connor, Middlesbrough 1, Norwich City 2. You?
Sergeant, score quickly.
You don't want much, do you? You want goal scorers as well? Yeah, well,
why not?
You knew this first goal in his Norwich career. Why not?
That's a big shout.
No ball.
That's a big shout. I'll be honest, I've completely swung the way that yesterday. If you would have been doing this video yesterday, I'd have gone for a Borough win, I think, actually. Today I've kind of swung the other way, and I feel like Norwich might win it. And I'm probably now going to settle in the middle and go for a 1-1 draw, I think, and be a little bit duller. But I am going to go Josh Sargent to score to keep that record going. So there we go. Thank you all very much for watching. Apologies, it was a little bit later. Hopefully that hasn't ruined your evening too much. It was an unchanged 11, so there we go. And let's see if Norwich City can find a cure for their travel sickness, and most importantly, get themselves into the top 6 with a win. Thank you very much for watching. Pinker.com, the place to go throughout the evening, and we'll catch you again very soon.